Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In the shadow of a world strained by geopolitical tensions and economic uncertainties, a new chapter unfolds, one that could reshape global financial landscape and challenge the dominance of the US dollar. The story begins with a bold and controversial move by the West, primarily led by the United States and its European allies, to seize nearly $300 billion dollars in Russian assets frozen in their jurisdiction. This crazy idea, intended to fund Ukraine's defense and reconstruction amidst the ongoing conflict, not only sparked a fierce legal debate, but Russia is not taking this lying down. They have already drafted legislation to also seize European assets stuck in Russia of equal dollar amount in value. As the news breaks, financial markets around the world reacted with a mix of apprehension and speculation. Investors and policymakers alike ponder the long-term implication of using a nation's seized assets to finance another nation's war effort. The precedent is unsettling. For many, raising questions about the sanctity of international law and the security of foreign assets under Western financial system. Top officials in the United States want to seize the assets to help Ukraine, though some bankers and European officials are worried that simply taking the assets would create a dangerous precedent. Despite warnings from many economists against this move, so what are the geniuses in Washington doing? Well, they're going to do it anyway. The U.S. House of Representatives passed legislation recently, including a bill with a provision that would allow the confiscation of Russian sovereign assets, though the lion's share of the assets are in Europe. Guys, what's really at stake here is the US dollar. Long revered as the world's primary currency, the dollar's strength and stability have been the pillars of the international financial systems, underpinning everything from global trade to oil prices. However, the aggressive use of sanction and the potential redirection of seized assets to Ukraine begin to test this foundation. Critics argue that such actions, while intended to penalize Russia and support Ukraine, might inadvertently undermine confidence in the US dollar. Countries around the world observing these developments might reconsider their reliance on the dollar as a reserve currency. I mean, think about it, guys. If you're, let's say, country A, and you're an ally of the United States, and you have your money in US banks and financial systems, and then suddenly you start to pursue your country's interests, and let's say you're doing things that the United States does not like, well, guess what? They can freeze your accounts and basically steal your money, okay? That is what's really at stake here. The fear is not just theoretical. Some nations start to vocalize their concerns and explore alternatives, such as the euro or the Chinese renminbi, which could accelerate the trend of de-dollarization. What all of this does is that it forces countries to ditch the dollar. So if less countries are using the US dollar in trades, the surplus of dollars will inadvertently come home, and inflation will increase significantly. You think you're experiencing inflation now? You have seen absolutely nothing yet, okay? So, meanwhile, proponents of this asset seizure argue that the measures are a necessary response to extraordinary circumstances, a way to hold aggressors accountable and support nations in dire need. They contend the strength of the US dollar and the integrity of its financial system can withstand the pressure of such unprecedented actions. Moreover, this suggests that the moral imperative to support Ukraine outweighs the potential economic risks. Okay, so let me ask you guys watching this video, do you believe the US has a moral obligation to support Ukraine and potentially start World War III? Are you ready to pick up arms and go fight and die in Eastern Europe? Please, I would like to know what you guys think. Leave a comment in the section below. All right. So, as this debate intensifies, the U.S. government and its allies work to navigate the complex legal terrain. They propose creating mechanisms to ensure the seized assets are used transparently and effectively for the reconstruction of Ukraine. This includes setting up international funds and oversight bodies to manage and allocate the resources, ensuring that they directly contribute to humanitarian and rebuilding efforts in Ukraine. The story reaches a critical juncture when other global players begin to react. Some countries, particularly those with significant dollar reserves, start to diversify their holdings, wary of potential political risks associated with U.S. policies. Others, seeing an opportunity, bolster their economic ties with alternative blocs, hoping to hedge against a future where the dollar's dominance is diminished. Okay. And this complex web of finance, politics, and international relations, the future of the US dollar hangs in the balance. While it remains a formidable currency, its invulnerability is questioned, prompting U.S. policymakers to reaffirm their commitment to upholding the principles of free markets and the rule of law. I mean, they're really saying this with a straight face. Rule of law, do we really follow the rule of law, or do we follow it once it suits us? Okay. Though what they're doing is completely illegal and violates international law, they're going to do it anyway. The U.S. is engaged in diplomatic efforts to restore trust among international partners, emphasizing the exceptional nature of the current situation because they know what they're doing is wrong. Okay, so as this story unfolds, the world watches closely, aware that the outcome of this financial saga will not only determine the fate of Ukraine and the stability of Russia, but also shape the future role of US dollar in the global economy. The decision made by the Biden administration during these turbulent times will likely echo through the annals of financial history, serving as a testament to the challenges and responsibilities of wielding economic power on the world stage. That is all for today, guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Until next time, thanks for coming.